It's Week 12 of the NFL, where we'll see this team's leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. We can hardly wait for the start of this one, and it's all up next.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled.
Weather's starting to get a bit colder, but playoff hopes burning bright as ever for most of our teams as we get underway here in Week 12. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And we'll get a look at a man who's been around the block quite a few times now in the NFL.
Their loss last week, it really isn't on him. He had a great game. He checked off a lot of the boxes they had for him in the game plan going in, especially the one at the top, Kate, getting him to the end zone. 3 touchdowns, just 1 interception. If he does that again here, they should be winners.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now a moment to check out his numbers catching that football last week.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Motioning him from the slot right. 2nd and 4. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that gives them the first.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Handoff now out of the gun. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Jones to throw. Short pass brought in. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that brings up 4th and short. They'll bring out the punter here, and this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. So here comes this offense as they get set for their opening drive. And it's going to be the man under center who brings him out now in his 9th NFL season.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great, no interceptions. But just the 1 touchdown. I'm curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 39. Walking the tightrope there, but he makes the grab in bounds. That's good for 7 yards. And they're going to have a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Gets this one to Watson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play, and it'll give him a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
They are throwing it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Escapes the puck, and they get to him again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level. So often, so many of these games in the NFL, where they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they're on the board.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The home teams and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And as we work our way through this regular season, you can see he's currently sitting in the top 5 of the league in passing. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On first down, they'll run. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. They kick the running back in motion. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Hits his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Third down, 1 yard to go. Pressure comes, Jones. Complete beyond the marker. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give them a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Back to the well again. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28-yard line.
From the 28. Cut out left. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Motioning one of the tight ends. To throw again here on 2nd and 10. Jones fires right away, but incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Sutton, the man in motion, headed right. Jones now on 3rd down. That one's complete, right side. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
This return makes it up to the 25. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He's dropping back to throw. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Getting out to his left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They get an even 10 on that play. And they'll have 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Their punter making his way out now. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. On 1st down, it's Jones to throw. Completed over the middle. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a 1st. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. It's a 3-3 game. More coming up after this quick break. Welcome back. We're all set to start the 2nd. Offense already out to resume its drive. They'll have it 2nd and 8. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Hauled in left side. And this one doesn't go far.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. This offense ready to get going again now. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. First and 10, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's going to be second down. Throwing from the gun here. Connecting on the slant. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Complete out to the right. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing it again here. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Oh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still second down.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. A give now from the gun. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. Man, there's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them, and the penalty gives them a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it perfectly. We had him right where we wanted, and we let him off the hook.
Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now it's second down. Throwing off the play fake here. It is caught left side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. The decision is to take the 3. Out comes the field goal unit for this try. 1 for 1 so far. This is from 40. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Return starts at the 9. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Here comes their offense out again. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Running back sent in motion. Jones on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the shotgun, it's Jones. That one's caught along the left sideline. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it sets up first down. Working from the gun, here's Jones. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 now. Short pass brought in. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. Now a give left side. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Motioning left is their running back. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Cut by Sutton. And he's brought down at the line.
Kate, I could feel by your body language and the call that you saw exactly what I saw. And that was a big uh-oh. It's one of the nice things of having a bird's eye view on these screens. You can see it coming at the field. In the field level, you get lost. But not up here. You knew that play was doomed from the start.
He's got a man left. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. So on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Starting from the 5. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. This offense getting all set for this series. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. They'll run here on first down. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Pass play coming here. Chased out to his right. He's on the move. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. New set of downs for him from the 46. Slot man in motion left. Here's a give on the jet sweep. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Started a little slow, but we've arrived at the 2-minute warning.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception and just force it an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, but he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Jones. They get to him and bring him down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he gets taken down immediately, right at the line of scrimmage. Timeout taken by the defense, their 2nd. Punting unit out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be their football. Back out runs their offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Back to throw on 1st and 10. He's on the move. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. Throw left side, complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Looking to the air here. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Back now, pressure on its way. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. This offense getting to take the field one more time in the half. Backed up this far and with such little time left, Brock, you gotta imagine they're just gonna kneel this out. Finds him on the slant. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. They'll run here from the gun. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. We've reached halftime, and neither team can seem to find an edge thus far. 6-6 our score. Now we'll get you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to deliver the EA Sports halftime.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. He fields it from the 8. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive in the 2nd half. And And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 5 on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Dumped off to his running back. And he's tackled for no gain.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10 now. Hits him on the in route. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Gets this one to Watson. That one gains 7. And that'll give him a 1st down.
And a 1st down.
Running it now out of the gun. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
From the 38. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down. They'll try and throw it here. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's brought down up at the 6-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They kick the running back in motion. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play, and then all of a sudden in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you could give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Their offense running back out now. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every 1st down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here's the handoff. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Back to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Setting up a throw. Watson with the catch. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Dropping back to throw. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Punt team on the field. The offense headed back to the field. And their last drive reached the wrong end zone and equaled 2 points. So trying for the other end zone and 6 on this possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. It's a pickup of 11. And that gives them the 1st. Running back sent in motion. Pass taken in by Sutton. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
And he's tackled for a short gain. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw, here's Jones. He has the 1st over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Big gain, 14 on the play. And they're going to have a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
The give now out of the shotgun. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They kick the running back in motion. Completed over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
At the 45-yard line.
Give now to the running back. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll give him a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Jones. Completed to Sutton. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. From the shotgun, it's Jones. Completed to his running back. Runs it in for the touchdown. So that brought an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
they'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys jump in front now by 5. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Another drive coming up for this offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. To throw it on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 37, dumps it off to his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's their ball to begin the 4th, and though they trail, this game's still within reach. Third and a lone yard coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. He's got room to roam here. And a great return comes to an end with the tackle.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. While you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, here's Jones. And he will take this in, touchdown! These guys making a 2-possession game here in the 4th. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one right down the middle. And these guys push the lead up to 12. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense making its way back out now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 29. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Throwing now on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And he's brought down after a short gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They motion the tight end over. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He's got Watson. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home that sack.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Looking for a throw here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Motion man sent left. First down throw by Jones. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 3rd and just 2 to go. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
3rd and 6.
Jones looking to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they're going to take over possession. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Pass play on 1st and 10. Gets this one to Watson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. Result is a first down.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And they'll have first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Simple dive up the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
First down, and they go right back to it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Throwing from the gun. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. Third down coming up. They're throwing it. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. That one goes for 25 yards. And it sets up first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Throwing off the play fake here. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up third down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw, and without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And the connection made in the end zone, touchdown. These guys now within 1 score in the 4th. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Brings in the kick at the 9. And look at this return. This return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The offense getting set to go. And this really looks like a whole different ball game after that touchdown, doesn't it? They really need to go on a drive here. Jones on 1st down. This is Sutton working the right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be a first down. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense to the line for second down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. He'll look to throw it. He completes it in traffic. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And this one is out of bounds, no return on the kick. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Here he is to throw. Forced out to his... And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That's an incredible sack, Kate, from them. It does more than just back them up a mile on second down. There's an immediate sense of desperation that comes from an offense. You can just feel it as a quarterback in the huddle. When you take a sack like that, now they got to dig themselves out of this hole.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Setting up to pass. Cut out left. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Throwing now. Try and push it deep downfield. He's got it at the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Back to throw. Watson with the catch. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. 2nd and manageable. He's throwing. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Now to throw. This one's caught. And he goes out of bounds after getting them to the 7.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
One final shot here. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. A nice showing here from our winners as we say goodbye from Omaha.